is leading to the bears initiating fresh shorts. Amit Bhuktani and Nilesh Jain both join in with their top trading ideas. Amit, I'll start with you. What is your view on the index? Where do you think, or do you think the levels even matter at this stage? Because every few days, new levels of support are breached, and supports that were turning out to be supports become significant resistances on the Nifty.
Morning, Samina. Absolutely, you have rightly pointed out the levels are nothing matter as of now. If you see, Nifty has continued its downtrend, forming a low top and low bottom formation after hitting highs about 26,200. And every pullback in between we have seen has been sold into. Now, important support has already been breached, which was placed at 200-day moving average at 20,560 levels, which will now act as steep resistance. From here, we expect Nifty to slip to. So those levels are likely to be tested. Although it's quite possible that we might see a pullback on the back of recovery that we are witnessing in the Bank Nifty. So comparatively, if I have to pick any index for a contra play, that would be a Bank Nifty, not Nifty. Overall structure for both Nifty and Bank Nifty looks weak, but purely from a pullback point of view, I think Bank Nifty looks quite stable, and we might see a pullback of around 300 to 500 points. But for the Nifty, 23,200 is something that we are expecting it to test going forward. So don't take any aggressive and contra bet at current level. Looking at the VIX, which is already at elevated level, we have multiple events lined up. So I think markets are going to be extremely volatile. So better to avoid trading in the index and focus on stocks.
Even focusing on stocks, Nilesh, is such a challenge at this stage. But Amit, not sure if we spoke about Bank Nifty. I know the bias this morning is towards IT, and just like the Nifty, even on Tuesday, banks are going to trade the Bank Nifty at all?
Right. So if I'm an aggressive trader, then yes, there is a trade. Reason being, it is taking support exactly at its 200-day moving average, which is placed at 49,800. So purely from a risk and reward point of view, keeping a very strict small stop loss at 49,800, I think a contra bet can be taken. Purely from a pullback perspective, I think it may test the levels of 50,200 to 50,300 on the upside. So this will be an intraday trade for the Bank Nifty. One can play pullback, keeping a strict stop loss, and I think looking at the recovery, what we are witnessing in the heavyweight counters like HDFC Bank and also Axis Bank today, I think there could be possibility of some relief rally. But yes, as mentioned, Nifty is looking more weaker compared to the Bank Nifty.
Nifty is looking weaker than Bank Nifty. Nilesh, why don't you tell us if you've got any stock ideas, either on the long or short side for our viewers?
Right, so I'm playing little safe. One short and one long idea I have. So first of all, I have long idea in United Spirits. So overall within consumption space, United Spirits, it looks like it has formed a very good base somewhere around 1430 to 1450. So that's a good support zone for this particular counter. And today we have also started witnessing some amount of build up on the long side. So yes, United Spirits can be played purely from a pullback perspective, and upside may extend towards 1530. So these are the future levels. Stop loss can be placed somewhere around 1475. Now one short idea I picked because stock specific, a lot of stocks have witnessed a breakdown. So Concord Container Corporation is one stock where we have seen a structured breakdown from the levels of 780. So for this particular counter, short can be initiated, keeping a stop loss above 780, and target on the lower side could be somewhere around 730.
That's an exit coming in from Amit on ONGC. Arindam now writes in from Chennai, and Arindam has polycap 6,400 calls at a 100 rupee premium. He wants to know whether it's a good time to exit. If he can get the 6,400 calls on the screen, that should be helpful for us to advise him on. Nilesh, it's not often that you see trades in the money. This one is in the money, and it's at 140. What do you advise Arindam to do? Should he take his profits? Because that's not happening often these days, on long trades at least.
Well, Samina, if you look at the polycap stock structure, the counter has recently taken a good support at its 200 moving average, which is placed at 6,200. Now, since it has been bought at the money call option. I think there could be possibility of some pullback in this particular counter. No doubt markets are extremely volatile and we might see some volatility in this particular stock as well. But I would advise to keep a stick stop loss. And stop loss as of now is coming somewhere around 125 for this particular option. So keeping a stop loss with a 125, a pullback can be played towards 160 to 180. That could be a good exit point. Today, this particular option has already made a high of 190. So there are high possibility of this option to test 160, 180 possible in an intraday trade as well. So keep a stop loss from intraday point of view. I think there has to be a pullback. That pullback can be played.
Well, next question comes from Manoj from Calcutta, who has PNB 90 calls at a premium of 10. Let's take a look at an up move in the last few days. Would you consider a long trade on Suzlon, Nilesh?
Well, it's not advisable to take any long trade given the kind of move that we have seen in last 3 sessions of close to 15%. I think the stock has reached to its resistance zone. It's time to, wait and watch for a breakout which will come about 66. So if it sustains above 66, then a long trade can be initiated for further upside towards 70. As of now, if somebody is already holding the long position, can stay put, keeping a trailing stop loss somewhere around 63.5. That should be the stop loss. But fresh long position as of now, it's an avoid.
Amit, when any IT stock that you'd consider a long trade, what about Zomato, Nilesh? With their entry into the F&O space, we've seen quite a bit of traction. And of course, since Swiggy's listing also, the stock has been rather volatile. At 264, for the next series, would you consider maybe buying into Zomato?
Well, it's a good buy given the kind of setup that we have seen. 240 is a very strong support. Looks like a double bottom kind of pattern has been formed in this particular counter. So any dip towards 255, 260, that can be used as a buying opportunity, keeping a stop loss below 240. I think if you look at from a positional perspective, that this counter has a potential to test 280 to 290 kind of levels on immediate basis, and position target comes around 300 plus.
Nilesh, thank you, Amit. Always good having both of you in the studios. Good luck. It's a tough market to navigate, and I'm sure you've got enough and more clients that you have to deal with given this very, very difficult journey. Well, the Nifty is looking weak.